Hello, friend. Imagine waking up one ordinary morning to a message that changes everything in an instant. The words glow on your screen with a sense of pure possibility. Congratulations. He is transferring a substantial amount in your name. This generous transfer carries the potential to reshape your days and nights, to open doors you once only dreamed about. Take it before it expires, the note urges, because opportunities like this do not linger forever. You sit there, heart beating a little faster, reading the lines again. The message feels personal, almost intimate, as if someone far away has chosen you specifically out of countless others. It speaks of paperwork already in motion, of funds moving quietly through secure channels toward your future. No demands appear at first, only warm assurance that this moment belongs to you. You picture the possibilities unfolding like sunlight after rain. Perhaps a peaceful home surrounded by greenery, time to pursue passions long set aside, or the freedom to support family without constant worry. The thought brings a quiet smile. Yet as the initial rush settles, a gentle voice inside reminds you to pause and breathe. Life has taught many of us that sudden windfalls deserve careful steps. You decide to explore the feeling further, letting curiosity guide rather than haste. In your mind, the story begins to take shape, a tale of trust, caution, and ultimate clarity that anyone might live through. Picture a person much like yourself, living a steady routine filled with small joys and everyday challenges. One day this exact message arrives. The sender claims to represent a distant benefactor who wishes to pass along an inheritance or a special award. The language feels encouraging, full of goodwill and urgency. The transfer, they explain, requires only a few simple confirmations to complete smoothly. Excitement builds as details emerge about how the funds will arrive safely and transform ordinary days into something brighter. Our character, let us call him a regular soul seeking better tomorrows, feels the pull of hope. He envisions paying off lingering burdens, investing in skills that spark creativity, and creating memories with loved ones unclouded by financial strain. The message repeats its kind reminder to act before the window closes. Each new note adds warmth and reassurance, painting a picture of security and abundance waiting just ahead. But deep within, questions naturally arise. How did this opportunity find him specifically? What steps truly ensure everything remains protected? He chooses not to rush forward alone. Instead, he begins a thoughtful journey of understanding. He learns that genuine transfers and legitimate offers rarely demand sudden personal details or advance movements of small sums to unlock larger ones. Real opportunities tend to arrive through established, transparent paths where trust builds gradually and verification feels natural. As he digs deeper in his mind, the narrative shifts toward empowerment. He discovers the importance of verifying sources directly through official channels rather than responding immediately to unexpected notes. He realizes that scammers often use flattering language and countdown pressure to cloud judgment, hoping recipients overlook red flags in the glow of promised fortune. Our character grows wiser with each reflection. He starts recognizing patterns, such as overly formal yet slightly off phrasing, or requests that feel disconnected from standard procedures. The story deepens as he shares his experience with close friends and family. Together they discuss how excitement can sometimes mask the need for patience. They explore ways to protect one another, turning individual caution into collective strength. One friend recalls a similar situation where pausing to check saved considerable trouble. Another suggests simple habits like never sharing sensitive information until multiple trusted confirmations exist. Their conversations flow with honesty and care, strengthening bonds while illuminating the path ahead. In time, our character transforms the initial message from a potential trap into a catalyst for growth. He begins educating himself on secure financial practices, learning to spot authentic communications from institutions and to question anything that arrives without clear, verifiable origins. The urgency in the original note loses its power over him. Instead, he feels calm confidence rising within. He understands that true abundance often comes through steady effort, smart choices, and genuine connections rather than sudden surprises demanding immediate action. He starts crafting his own future with renewed purpose. Days fill with learning new skills, nurturing relationships, and building small habits that compound into lasting stability. When another unexpected message arrives months later, he smiles knowingly. This time the words hold no sway because clarity now guides his steps. He responds not with fear or greed, but with the quiet assurance of someone who has walked through uncertainty and emerged stronger. The tale continues as he helps others facing similar situations. He shares his insights gently, never preaching but simply offering the perspective he gained. Conversations spread through quiet networks of friends and acquaintances, creating ripples of awareness. People begin to pause before acting, to verify before trusting, and to celebrate real opportunities when they arrive through honest channels. The original congratulatory note, once a source of potential confusion, becomes a remembered turning point toward greater wisdom. Throughout this journey, the central lesson shines clearly. Life presents many messages promising quick transformation, yet the most valuable changes arise from within. Trust your inner sense of balance. Seek confirmation through reliable avenues. Protect your peace by refusing to let urgency override careful thought. Celebrate genuine kindness when it appears, and release anything that feels misaligned with your values. Our character eventually builds the life he once only imagined, not through a single transfer, but through consistent, thoughtful actions. He enjoys peaceful mornings, meaningful work, and evenings filled with gratitude. The memory of that first message lingers as a gentle reminder rather than a regret. It taught him the difference between illusion and reality, between pressure and patience. Now imagine yourself walking this same thoughtful path. When words of sudden fortune reach you, pause and reflect. Allow excitement to exist alongside discernment. Verify with care. Protect your information as the valuable asset it truly is. Build your future step by step with the quiet confidence that comes from understanding rather than rushing. The story does not end with fear, but with empowerment. Every person holds the ability to navigate such moments with grace. By choosing reflection over reaction, clarity over haste, you open the door to authentic possibilities that align with your true path. The transfer of wisdom from one experience to another becomes the real inheritance, passed not through digital notes, but through lived understanding and shared insight. As the narrative flows onward, our character reflects on how language itself carries power. Warm, encouraging words can inspire or mislead depending on their source and intent. He learns to listen not only to the message but to the feeling it creates inside. Does it bring calm assurance or restless pressure? Genuine opportunities tend to feel steady and transparent, while others may rely on manufactured urgency to prompt quick decisions. He begins journaling his thoughts, capturing lessons about trust, boundaries, and self-reliance. These written reflections become a personal guide, helping him stay grounded even when new messages appear. Friends notice his changed approach and seek his perspective. Their discussions evolve into supportive circles where experiences are exchanged openly, turning potential vulnerabilities into sources of communal strength. Time passes, seasons change, and our character finds himself in a place of quiet prosperity. The simple joys of daily life shine brighter because they rest on a foundation of thoughtful choices. He no longer waits for external transfers to validate his worth. Instead, he recognizes the abundance already present in health, relationships, learning, and personal growth. The original message fades into a distant chapter, valuable for the wisdom it ultimately provided. In sharing this story with you, the intention remains pure. May it serve as a companion when similar words appear on your screen. Let it remind you to breathe, to verify, and to trust your own inner guidance. Opportunities exist all around us, often in forms quieter and more sustainable than sudden announcements. By approaching each with balanced awareness, you honor both your hopes and your well-being. The tale expands further as our character explores new horizons. He travels locally, meets inspiring individuals, and discovers passions that fuel his spirit. Each step reinforces the same truth. Real security and joy come from alignment with your values and careful stewardship of your resources. Pressure-filled messages lose their appeal when compared to the steady satisfaction of earned progress. He even begins creating small resources to help others, simple guides on recognizing patterns in communications and maintaining personal protection. These efforts arise naturally from his journey, offered freely without expectation. The ripple effect grows as more people adopt mindful habits, reducing the impact of misleading offers and amplifying genuine connections. Years later, when he looks back, gratitude fills his heart for that pivotal moment. The congratulatory note served not as a source of fortune, but as a teacher of discernment. It guided him toward deeper self-trust and clearer boundaries. His life became richer in ways no single transfer could achieve, built instead on resilience, learning, and authentic relationships. You too carry this capacity within you. Each unexpected message becomes an invitation to practice wisdom. Pause, reflect, verify, and proceed only when everything aligns with your inner truth. In doing so, you write your own empowering script, one where hope and caution walk hand in hand toward a future shaped by your choices. The narrative continues unfolding in countless lives, each unique yet connected through shared human experiences. May this telling bring you clarity, confidence, and the peaceful assurance that you hold the power to navigate any message with grace. Trust your journey. Honor your intuition. Build steadily toward the life that truly fits you. As the words draw to a close, remember that every story holds potential for positive transformation. The one beginning with congratulations and urgency can evolve into one of thoughtful victory. Carry this perspective with you, and let it light your path through whatever messages tomorrow may bring. Your wisdom, patience, and inner strength remain the greatest assets, ready to guide you toward authentic abundance in all its forms. The story deepens as our character steps into a new chapter of reflection and quiet action. He wakes each morning with a clearer mind, no longer scanning messages with anxious hope, but with steady curiosity. The original note that once stirred excitement now serves as a gentle landmark in his memory, a reminder of how quickly emotions can cloud judgment when promises arrive wrapped in urgency. He begins to notice similar patterns in everyday life, not only in digital notes, but in conversations, advertisements, and opportunities that press for immediate decisions. This awareness becomes a quiet superpower, helping him navigate relationships, work, and personal goals with greater balance. One afternoon, while walking through a peaceful neighborhood path lined with trees, he meets an older soul who shares stories of past experiences. The elder speaks softly about times when well-meaning offers led to unexpected complications and how pausing to consult trusted advisors brought clarity. Their exchange flows naturally, filled with mutual respect and shared lessons. Our character listens intently, absorbing the wisdom that genuine support rarely demands secrecy or speed. Instead, it invites openness, verification, and time for thoughtful consideration. This conversation plants new seeds in his heart, reinforcing the idea that true abundance grows through connection rather than isolation. Inspired, he returns home and starts organizing his thoughts more deliberately. He creates simple routines to protect his peace, such as setting aside specific times to review important matters rather than responding in the moment. He learns the value of cross-checking details through established and reliable avenues, always prioritizing safety and transparency. The initial message about the transfer fades further into the background, its power diminishing as his own inner strength expands. He realizes that the real gift was never the promised funds, but the opportunity to cultivate discernment and resilience. As seasons shift and days grow brighter, our character channels his energy into meaningful pursuits. He nurtures creative hobbies that bring fulfillment, strengthens bonds with family through shared activities, and explores ways to contribute positively to his community. Each small victory builds upon the last, creating a life rich with purpose. Friends notice the positive change in his demeanor, the calm confidence that now radiates from him. They ask for guidance when facing their own unexpected messages, and he shares his journey openly, always emphasizing patience and inner guidance over haste. The narrative weaves through moments of challenge as well. Not every day feels easy, and doubts occasionally surface when new enticing offers appear. Yet each time, he returns to the core lessons learned. He reminds himself that pressure is often a signal to step back and breathe. He consults with those he trusts, verifies facts carefully, and makes decisions aligned with his values. These practices transform potential setbacks into opportunities for growth, turning the original experience into a foundation of strength rather than regret. Over time, our character becomes a quiet beacon for others. Without seeking attention, he naturally attracts conversations where people share their stories of similar encounters. Together, they explore the importance of emotional awareness, recognizing how flattery and urgency can influence decisions. They discuss practical approaches like maintaining personal boundaries around sensitive information and seeking professional advice when large matters arise. These gatherings foster a sense of collective wisdom, where vulnerability transforms into empowerment and individual stories contribute to shared understanding. In the quiet evenings, he reflects on the broader tapestry of life. Messages promising sudden fortune are merely threads in a much larger fabric. True prosperity emerges from consistent effort, honest relationships, and the courage to trust one's own judgment. He feels grateful for the path that led him here, even though it began with uncertainty. The congratulatory words that once seemed life-changing now appear as a humble teacher, guiding him towards self-reliance and inner peace. The story continues to unfold with new layers of discovery. Our character travels to nearby places of natural beauty, finding inspiration in simple landscapes and the steady rhythm of the world around him. He observes how nature operates without rush, how growth happens gradually through nurturing conditions. This perspective reinforces his approach to personal matters. Just as a seed requires time, soil, and care to flourish, so too do dreams and opportunities thrive under patient attention rather than forceful demands. He begins mentoring younger individuals in his circle, sharing insights not as lectures, but as friendly conversations. He encourages them to question, to verify, and to value their own intuition above external pressure. Many listen and apply these principles, reporting back with their own tales of avoided pitfalls and discovered authentic paths. The ripple effect spreads gently, creating a network of mindful individuals who support one another through life's unexpected turns. As years pass, our character looks back with deep satisfaction. The memory of that first message no longer carries any emotional weight. It has become a neutral chapter in a rich autobiography written through conscious choices. His life brims with contentment, built on foundations of trust in himself and careful stewardship of his resources. He enjoys moments of leisure, pursues passions with enthusiasm, and maintains harmonious relationships that nourish the spirit. This tale extends an invitation to you as well. Whenever words of congratulations and transfers appear, remember the journey described here. Allow yourself space to breathe and reflect. Seek confirmation through trusted channels. Protect your peace and information as precious gifts. Embrace the power within you to shape your future with wisdom and grace. The real transfers in life often come in the form of knowledge, resilience, and meaningful connections that no external note can provide or revoke. The narrative flows onward, embracing endless possibilities. Our character continues evolving, always learning, always growing. He faces new opportunities with the same balanced approach, celebrating those that align with integrity and releasing those that do not. His story becomes a living example that empowerment arises not from sudden windfalls, but from the steady cultivation of inner strength and thoughtful action. May this continued telling bring you comfort and clarity. Let it serve as a companion through any uncertain messages that cross your path. Trust your ability to navigate with care. Honor your intuition. Build a life that reflects your deepest values, where every experience contributes to greater understanding and lasting fulfillment. The journey remains yours to shape, filled with potential and guided by the light of conscious choice. In the quiet moments that follow, our character finds himself smiling at the beauty of ordinary days. The urgency of the past has dissolved completely, replaced by a serene appreciation for the present. He knows that life offers countless doors, and the wisest path involves choosing those that open through patience and authenticity. This realization brings profound freedom, allowing him to move forward with an open heart and a clear mind, ready for whatever genuine blessings the future may hold. The story lives on in every person who chooses reflection over reaction, wisdom over haste, and self-trust above all. May your own chapter unfold with similar grace, turning every unexpected message into an opportunity for deeper empowerment and joyful living. The tale gently unfolds into even quieter realms of personal mastery. Our character, now deeply rooted in his newfound awareness, begins to view every incoming message as a mirror reflecting his own inner state. When another note arrives one serene morning, echoing familiar words of congratulations and transfers set in motion, he reads it without the old flutter of excitement. Instead, a soft smile touches his lips, recognizing the pattern, yet feeling no pull toward it. He sets the device aside and steps into the fresh air, allowing the natural rhythm of the day to restore his balance. This simple act of pausing becomes a cherished ritual, a declaration that his peace belongs to him alone. In the days that follow, he delves into the art of mindful observation. He notices how language can weave spells of hope, how carefully chosen phrases create illusions of certainty and closeness. Yet beneath the surface, he perceives the subtle threads of manipulation designed to bypass thoughtful consideration. This insight does not breed cynicism, but rather a compassionate understanding for anyone caught in similar webs. He remembers his own initial reaction and feels gratitude for the growth that followed. Compassion becomes his quiet companion, guiding him to share knowledge without judgment when opportunities arise naturally. One evening, gathered with a small circle of companions under a canopy of stars, he listens as others recount their encounters with unexpected promises. Stories flow like gentle streams, some marked by lessons learned through difficulty, others brightened by timely discernment. Together they explore the importance of community, of having voices of reason to consult when doubt or eagerness clouds the view. They laugh softly at the creativity of those who craft such messages, acknowledging human ingenuity while affirming the greater power of collective vigilance. The gathering ends with a shared sense of lightness, as if burdens have been lifted through open dialogue and mutual support. Our character carries this energy into his daily pursuits. He invests time and skills that spark genuine fulfillment, whether shaping ideas with his hands, exploring the written word, or nurturing living things in a modest garden. Each activity reinforces the truth that real wealth accumulates through presence and dedication rather than distant transfers. The memory of the original message now feels like a faded photograph, interesting to glance at but no longer central to his identity. He has stepped fully into authorship of his own narrative, where every chapter emerges from conscious choice. As time weaves its patterns, challenges appear to test his resolve. A particularly persuasive communication arrives, filled with elaborate details and emotional appeals designed to evoke sympathy and haste. For a brief moment, old tendencies stir, yet the foundation he has built holds firm. He applies his practiced steps, breathing deeply, seeking perspective from trusted sources, and examining the request against principles of transparency and fairness. The message loses its grip, revealing itself as another opportunity to affirm his boundaries. This victory brings not pride but quiet contentment, a reaffirmation that inner strength grows stronger with each mindful decision. The story expands to embrace themes of legacy and contribution. Our character begins mentoring those newer to life's complexities, offering guidance through example rather than instruction. He encourages young minds to cultivate curiosity, to question assumptions, and to value verification as an act of self-respect. Many blossom under this gentle influence, developing their own methods for navigating a world rich with information, yet often lacking in clarity. Witnessing their progress fills him with profound joy, a reminder that wisdom multiplies when shared freely and humbly. Seasons continue their graceful dance, bringing moments of reflection during quiet winters and vibrant renewal in warmer times. He observes how nature teaches patience through its cycles, how sudden storms give way to clear skies and steady growth. This eternal rhythm mirrors his internal journey. The pressure-filled promises of the past contrast sharply with the enduring satisfaction of gradual progress. He feels increasingly aligned with this natural flow, trusting that authentic opportunities will arrive in harmony with his readiness rather than demanding his immediate surrender. In deeper solitude, he contemplates the nature of trust itself. He recognizes that healthy trust begins within, in the relationship one maintains with personal intuition and values. External messages, no matter how warmly worded, serve best as invitations to consult this inner compass. This realization liberates him from the need for external validation, allowing relationships and endeavors to flourish on foundations of mutual respect and honesty. Life becomes lighter, richer in meaning, and abundant in ways both subtle and profound. The narrative flows onward, touching the lives of those around him in unexpected ways. A neighbor facing financial uncertainty seeks counsel, and our character listens with full presence before offering perspective drawn from experience. The conversation plants seeds of empowerment, helping the neighbor reclaim agency over their decisions. Word spreads quietly through personal networks, not as sensational tales, but as stories of reclaimed peace and thoughtful living. Each connection strengthens the invisible web of awareness, making the community more resilient to misleading influences. Years blend into a beautiful tapestry as our character reaches a stage of serene fulfillment. He looks upon the journey with heartfelt appreciation for every twist, including the one that began with those fateful words of congratulations and transfer. That moment, once perceived as a potential gateway to fortune, revealed itself as a gateway to self-discovery. The true inheritance proved to be resilience, clarity, and the ability to craft a life of authentic joy. He spends his days engaged in pursuits that nourish the soul, surrounded by meaningful relationships and the quiet satisfaction of a path well chosen. This ongoing story extends its warmth toward you, dear friend. May it inspire you to meet every unexpected message with the same thoughtful grace. When words promise sudden change, remember the power of pause. When urgency knocks, let patience answer. When flattery seeks to sway, let inner truth hold steady. Your journey holds infinite potential for growth, discovery, and genuine abundance. Trust the wisdom within you. Honor the lessons life offers. Continue writing your own empowering chapters with courage, clarity, and an open heart. The tale does not conclude, but rather expands infinitely, carried forward by every individual who chooses awareness over impulse. Our character remains a living testament to this choice, moving through his days with lightness and purpose. He knows that the greatest transfers occur not in distant accounts, but in the quiet exchanges of understanding, kindness, and hard-earned insight. May your path similarly illuminate with such treasures, guiding you toward a future shaped by your highest self and filled with enduring peace. The journey of our character flows onward like a steady river carving its path through the landscape of time. He awakens each day with a heart attuned to the present moment, no longer scanning horizons for sudden miracles, but nurturing the soil of his daily existence with care and intention. Whispers of new messages occasionally reach him, some echoing the old familiar tones of congratulations and transfers moving swiftly in his name. Each time, he meets them with the same serene detachment, viewing them as passing clouds that do not disturb the clear sky of his inner peace. This consistent practice has become second nature, a quiet discipline that safeguards his energy and preserves his focus on what truly matters. In the gentle unfolding of weeks and months, he discovers deeper layers of self-understanding. He explores the subtle ways fear and hope intertwine when faced with uncertain prospects, learning to separate genuine aspiration from reactive longing. Through quiet contemplation and honest conversations, he refines his ability to discern the authentic from the illusory. Friends and acquaintances notice this evolution in him, drawn to the calm radiance that now accompanies his presence. They seek his company not for grand solutions, but for the steady companionship of someone who has learned to walk lightly through life's invitations and deceptions alike. One luminous afternoon, While tending to a small patch of earth where flowers bloom in vibrant harmony, he reflects on the interconnectedness of all things. Just as a single seed can grow into a flourishing garden through consistent nurturing, so too can small acts of awareness blossom into a life of profound stability. The original message that once sparked turmoil now appears as a humble catalyst, pushing him toward this garden of inner cultivation. He smiles at the thought, feeling gratitude wash over him like warm sunlight. The transfer he sought in those early days has manifested not as coins or currency, but as an enduring wealth of perspective and tranquility. The story deepens further as he embraces new avenues of expression. He begins capturing his reflections in written form, not for acclaim, but as a personal record of growth and a potential light for others navigating similar waters. Words flow from him with authenticity, weaving tales of caution and empowerment that resonate with the human experience. Those who encounter his writings often pause in recognition, seeing fragments of their own stories reflected back. Through this sharing, a quiet movement of mindful living gains momentum, one conversation and one insight at a time. Challenges continue to appear, as they do for every soul. A particularly intricate communication arrives, layered with details intended to build credibility and emotional connection. Our character examines it with the eyes of experience, noting the familiar cadence of urgency hidden beneath polite assurances. Rather than dismiss it outright, he uses the moment to strengthen his resolve. He consults reliable sources of guidance, weighs the propositions against his core values, and ultimately releases the matter with ease. This process reinforces his confidence, proving once more that freedom lies in the ability to choose response over reaction. As the years weave their intricate patterns, he finds himself surrounded by a circle of like-minded souls who value depth over speed and substance over spectacle. Their gatherings are filled with laughter, thoughtful exchange, and mutual encouragement. They discuss the broader currents of life, how messages promising ease can distract from the rich rewards of earned effort. Together, they celebrate small victories and support one another through moments of doubt. This community becomes a living testament to the power of shared wisdom, transforming individual journeys into a collective tapestry of resilience and hope. Our character often walks along winding paths near flowing waters, where the constant murmur soothes the mind and inspires clarity. In these sacred spaces, he contemplates the nature of abundance in its many forms. He understands that true prosperity encompasses health of body and spirit, richness of relationships, and the freedom to pursue what ignites the soul. The promised transfer of old pales in comparison to this multifaceted wealth that no external force can grant or withdraw. This realization brings a profound liberation, allowing him to engage with the world from a place of wholeness rather than lack. The narrative continues to ripple outward, touching lives in ways both seen and unseen. Younger generations seek his perspective, drawn by the quiet authority of lived experience. He offers guidance with humility, encouraging them to develop their own inner compasses and to question narratives that demand haste or secrecy. Many carry these seeds forward, planting them in their own circles and nurturing cultures of thoughtful discernment. The legacy grows organically, far beyond any single story or individual, becoming part of the greater human endeavor to navigate complexity with grace. In moments of solitude under starlit skies, he feels a deep connection to the eternal rhythms of existence. Life presents its lessons in countless disguises, and each one holds potential for awakening. The congratulatory note that began this chapter served its purpose well, steering him away from illusion and toward authentic empowerment. He releases any remaining attachment to what might have been, embracing fully what is and what may yet unfold through patient, aligned action. This enduring tale reaches across the expanse to you, inviting reflection in your own moments of uncertainty. When similar words appear, promising transfers and urging swift response, let the wisdom of this journey accompany you. Breathe, pause, consult your inner knowing. Seek clarity through trusted pathways. Protect your peace as the precious foundation it is. Your life holds the potential for magnificent unfolding, guided not by external promises, but by the steady light of conscious living. Our character moves forward with an open heart, ready for new chapters filled with discovery, connection, and the simple beauty of being. He knows that every experience contributes to the whole, shaping a soul resilient enough to weather storms and wise enough to dance in the sunlight. The story lives on in him, in those he touches, and in every person who chooses to meet life's messages with awareness and courage. May your path similarly bloom with insight, peace, and the deep satisfaction of a life authored with intention and love. The river of this narrative flows ever onward, carrying lessons of discernment, resilience, and quiet triumph. Each wave brings fresh understanding, reminding all who travel its currents that true fortune resides within the choices we make and the wisdom we cultivate along the way. The river of awareness carries our character into broader vistas of understanding, where each new day reveals layers of possibility previously unseen. He walks with a lighter step now, unburdened by the weight of what-ifs from the past. When fresh communications arrive, bearing echoes of congratulations and promises of transfers set in motion under his name, they land softly like autumn leaves, observed but not seized. He regards them with the gentle curiosity of a seasoned traveler who has learned that not every shining path leads to treasure. Instead, he turns his attention to the solid ground beneath his feet and the horizons shaped by his own hands. In this phase of his journey, he immerses himself more fully in creative endeavors that bring quiet joy. Whether shaping wood into useful forms, composing melodies that capture fleeting emotions, or cultivating spaces where life flourishes, he finds satisfaction in the process itself. These activities teach him anew the value of sustained effort and the deep fulfillment that arises when action aligns with inner truth. The distant allure of sudden windfalls loses all appeal against the tangible richness of a life built moment by moment. He realizes that patience is not merely waiting, but active participation in the unfolding of one's potential. Companions in his circle continue to gather, their conversations evolving into explorations of trust, boundaries, and the human need for connection. They share stories of moments when urgency nearly led them astray, and how returning to center saved them from missteps. Laughter often fills the air as they recount clever disguises used in such messages, transforming what could have been sources of frustration into opportunities for bonding and learning. Through these exchanges, a collective intelligence emerges, stronger and more resilient than any single perspective could achieve alone. Our character contributes his insights humbly, always reminding others that the greatest protection lies in an awakened mind and a trusting heart anchored in reality. As the cycles of nature turn once more, bringing renewal and rest in their season, he finds himself reflecting during long walks beside tranquil waters. The steady flow mirrors his inner state, constant yet ever-changing, calm on the surface while moving with purposeful direction below. He contemplates how easily words can stir the waters of emotion and how mastery comes from observing those currents without being swept away. This practice deepens his gratitude for the original encounter that set his feet upon this path of greater mindfulness. What once appeared as potential fortune revealed itself as an invitation to claim personal sovereignty. The story widens to include acts of quiet service. Our character offers his time to those facing hardships, listening with full attention and sharing perspectives only when invited. Many leave these encounters with renewed hope and practical tools for safeguarding their well-being. He witnesses the transformative power of simple presence and honest dialogue, understanding that true abundance multiplies when given freely. The legacy of his own hard-won wisdom ripples outward, touching lives in ways both immediate and far-reaching, creating a network of empowered individuals who navigate their own challenges with greater skill. Challenges still arise, as life delights in testing growth. A message more elaborate than previous ones appears, woven with personal touches and assurances of legitimacy. For a heartbeat, it tugs at old vulnerabilities, yet the foundation of experience holds firm. He steps back, consults his inner guidance, verifies through established means, and discerns the misalignment beneath the polished surface. Releasing it brings not regret, but a surge of self-assurance. Each such test polishes his discernment further, transforming potential pitfalls into stepping stones toward even clearer vision. In moments of solitude, he feels a profound connection to something larger than himself, a universal rhythm that pulses through all existence. He understands that every soul encounters illusions designed to distract from inner truth, and the courageous path involves seeing through them with compassion and resolve. The congratulatory words that once held power over him now serve as a cherished reminder of how far he has come. His days fill with meaningful engagement, harmonious relationships, and the peaceful knowledge that his worth does not depend on external validation or sudden transfers. This living narrative reaches toward you with open warmth. Let it accompany you when similar notes find their way to your attention. Meet them with the same measured grace, allowing space for reflection before response. Trust the wisdom that emerges in stillness. Protect your energy as the sacred resource it is. Cultivate your garden of dreams through consistent care, knowing that genuine opportunities often arrive through doors of patience and alignment rather than windows of pressure. Your journey holds unique beauty and potential, ready to unfold as you author each chapter with conscious intention. Our character continues his path with a heart full of appreciation. He engages with the world around him through fresh eyes, finding wonder in ordinary miracles and strength in everyday choices. The story of his transformation stands as testimony that even the most unexpected messages can become catalysts for profound positive change when met with awareness and courage. He moves forward unburdened, open to life's genuine gifts, and committed to living in harmony with his deepest values. The tale flows endlessly onward, carried by the countless souls who choose awareness over impulse, reflection over reaction, and inner sovereignty above all else. May your own story shine with similar light, filled with clarity, resilience, and the quiet joy of a life well navigated. The transfer of true fortune happens daily in the choices we make and the wisdom we embody. Embrace it fully, and watch your path bloom in ways more beautiful than any promised message could describe. The river of this tale flows onward with renewed depth, carrying our character through landscapes of ever-expanding insight and serene mastery. He moves through his days like a leaf upon gentle waters, directed yet unhurried, responsive to the currents while maintaining his own quiet direction. Fresh messages continue to appear from time to time, each one wrapped in the familiar warmth of congratulations and assurances that substantial transfers are moving steadily in his name, urging him to claim them before any window closes. He receives these notes with the equanimity of one who has walked this path before, recognizing the patterns without allowing them to disturb his inner calm. Instead of engaging, he turns his focus toward the living world around him, where real growth takes root through presence and care. In this season of his life, our character dedicates himself to pursuits that feed the soul and strengthen the spirit. He spends mornings tending to a flourishing garden where vegetables and flowers grow side by side, teaching him the patient art of nurturing. Each seed planted, each weed removed, each harvest gathered reinforces the understanding that abundance follows consistent, thoughtful effort rather than sudden arrivals. Afternoons find him engaged in creative work, shaping ideas into forms that bring beauty and utility to those around him. Evenings bring moments of reflection beside quiet waters or under open skies, where he contemplates the delicate balance between hope and discernment. The original message that sparked his journey now feels like a distant echo, valuable for the awakening it provided, but no longer holding sway over his decisions. His circle of companions expands naturally, drawing individuals who share a commitment to mindful living. They gather in simple settings, sharing meals and stories that illuminate the human experience. One speaks of nearly falling into a similar trap of promised transfers and urgent action, saved only by a timely conversation with a trusted friend. Another describes how learning to pause transformed anxiety into clarity, allowing authentic opportunities to emerge in their own time. Laughter mingles with thoughtful silence as they explore the ways language can influence emotion and how awareness serves as the finest shield. Our character listens and contributes gently, emphasizing that true security arises from within, from the cultivation of intuition and the courage to question what seems too good to be true. As the cycles of the year turn, bringing warmth and chill in their natural rhythm, he finds deeper appreciation for the steady unfolding of life. He observes how trees stand firm through storms, yet bend gracefully with the wind, mirroring the resilience he has developed. When a particularly detailed communication arrives, complete with elaborate explanations and personal touches meant to build confidence, he examines it with clear eyes. He notes the pressure woven between lines of reassurance, the requests that feel misaligned with transparent practices. Rather than react, he steps away, consults reliable sources of guidance, and allows time to reveal the truth. Releasing the matter brings a wave of freedom, confirming once more that his path lies in alignment with integrity and patience. The narrative broadens to encompass acts of quiet contribution that ripple through his community. He offers his time to help others facing uncertainty, listening with full attention and sharing perspectives born from experience. Many discover renewed strength through these exchanges, learning to trust their own judgment and to protect their personal information as a sacred trust. Word spreads not through fanfare but through genuine connections, creating a web of awareness where individuals support one another in navigating life's unexpected offers. Our character feels profound fulfillment in these moments, understanding that wisdom shared multiplies and returns in beautiful ways. In periods of solitude, he delves into the nature of trust and abundance. He recognizes that genuine opportunities tend to arrive through channels of transparency and mutual respect, while those wrapped in secrecy or haste often conceal different intentions. This distinction has become second nature, allowing him to engage with the world from a place of openness without vulnerability. He reflects on how the initial congratulatory note served as a turning point, redirecting his energy from external seeking to internal cultivation. Gratitude fills his heart for the growth that emerged from what could have been a source of difficulty. The story continues to weave through challenges that test and refine his character. Another message appears during a time of personal transition, its words crafted to evoke sympathy and prompt quick response. For a moment, the old pulse surfaces, yet the foundation built through years of practice holds steady. He breathes deeply, grounds himself in the present, verifies details through proper avenues, and discerns the mismatch beneath the polished surface. Each such encounter strengthens his resolve, transforming potential distractions into affirmations of his inner guidance. He emerges from these tests with greater clarity, moving forward with renewed commitment to a life of conscious choice. As time progresses, our character witnesses the blossoming of those he has touched through his example. Younger souls approach him seeking perspective, and he offers it with humility and care. He encourages them to develop their own practices of reflection, to value verification as an act of self-respect, and to build lives rooted in steady effort rather than fleeting promises. Many carry these lessons into their own journeys, creating ripples that extend far beyond his immediate circle. The legacy becomes one of empowerment, where awareness spreads organically and individuals claim greater agency over their paths. He finds joy in simple pleasures that enrich daily existence. Walks along natural trails where birds sing and leaves rustle bring peace to his mind. Time spent with family and friends deepens bonds of trust and affection. Creative projects yield satisfaction through the process as much as the outcome. He understands that true prosperity encompasses all these elements, forming a tapestry far richer than any single transfer could provide. The memory of the original message lingers as a gentle teacher, reminding him of the importance of discernment in a world full of competing voices. This ongoing narrative extends its invitation to you with sincere warmth. When words of congratulations and promised transfers reach your attention, let this story guide your response. Create space for thoughtful consideration. Listen to your inner sense of balance. Seek confirmation through transparent means. Protect your peace and personal details with care. Build your future through consistent actions aligned with your values, knowing that genuine abundance often grows quietly through patience and integrity. Your life holds unique potential, ready to unfold beautifully as you navigate each message with wisdom and grace. Our character advances along his path with a heart open to whatever may come. He embraces new experiences with curiosity, meets challenges with resilience, and cherishes moments of connection and creativity. The tale of his transformation stands as living proof that even the most unexpected communications can become catalysts for profound positive change. He lives with lightness and purpose, authoring each new chapter with conscious intention and deep appreciation for the journey. The story flows endlessly, carried forward by every soul who chooses reflection over haste, awareness over impulse, and inner truth above external promises. May your own chapters shine with clarity, strength, and the quiet joy of a life shaped by mindful choice. The real treasures in existence reveal themselves to those who walk with open eyes and steady hearts. Embrace the wisdom within you and watch your path illuminate with authentic abundance in all its forms. He often pauses during his daily routines to breathe in the beauty surrounding him, feeling connected to the larger rhythm of existence. This connection brings profound peace, reminding him that life offers countless opportunities for growth when approached with presence. The transfer he once awaited has manifested in countless small, yet meaningful ways, through strengthened relationships, developed skills, and an unshakable sense of self-worth. He smiles at the irony, grateful for how everything unfolded. Companions continue sharing their evolving stories, each one adding depth to the collective understanding. They discuss how language shapes reality and how conscious engagement with words can protect and empower. Laughter rises easily among them, lightening the weight of past experiences while reinforcing bonds of mutual support. Our character contributes his voice when moved, always pointing toward the power of personal agency and the freedom found in thoughtful living. As the years continue their graceful progression, he reaches a place of deep fulfillment where external validations hold little power. His days brim with purpose, his nights with restful contentment. The original message has become a faded but fond chapter, one that initiated a beautiful transformation. He looks toward the future with open curiosity, ready to meet whatever comes with the same balanced approach that has served him so well. This extended telling carries the essence of empowerment across time and distance. Let it resonate within you whenever similar situations arise. Pause, reflect, choose with care. Your journey is unique and filled with potential. Trust yourself, honor your path, live with the confidence that comes from within, and discover the true abundance that awaits those who walk wisely. The narrative lives on through you, expanding with every mindful decision and every act of courageous discernment. May peace and clarity accompany you always, turning every unexpected word into an opportunity for greater wisdom and joyful living. The story continues, rich with possibility, inviting all who encounter it to claim their own power and shape their destinies with grace.